Dave Baszucki, CEO, founder of Roblox, and I'm here with Ernie Klein. Hey, Ernie.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. Last time we were together, we were hanging at South by Southwest talking about your first book, Ready Player One. Hey, this is Dave Baszucki, CEO, founder of Roblox, and I'm here with Ernie Klein. Hey, Ernie.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. Last time we were together, we were hanging at South by Southwest talking about your first book, Ready Player One.
I'm excited for people to finally get to read it.
With Ready Player Two, we're going to see a lot of great stuff. There's another quest. There's some technical advancements that Halliday left for Wade that could change a lot of things. We've got a lot of action. I think, it's not just the future of the Oasis, it's even a bigger future at stake. Because you're a visionary and you're thinking about VR all the time, I think there may be even hints and advancements there. So there's a lot in this thing coming.
It's lots happened since I wrote the first book. I sold it back in 2010, so it's been 10 years, and the whole landscape of VR has changed since then. So there was a lot to take into consideration when I was writing Ready Player Two.
The event we did on Roblox in 2018 had 13 million people participate. I think it's fair to say this is going to be even bigger.
That first Roblox event was amazing, and I heard about it from people all around the world were excited about it. And my eldest daughter, had been playing Roblox for years, so it was really exciting to have Ready Player One take over her favorite game for a while and have her compete in the contest. I warned her she couldn't win, which disappointed her, but she still had fun participating.
Yeah, I think when we talked at South by Southwest, you hinted a little about your daughter. I'm flattered to hear she's hanging on Roblox in the midst of all that's going on right now. So thank you for sharing that with us.
It's been a huge boon for, I think, kids everywhere, just because it's like the Oasis. It's the closest thing to the Oasis that kids have right now. And just being able to jump in to Roblox whenever they get bored and be with their friends and spend time together in a virtual space has been really therapeutic. So you guys are doing good work.
So, hey, you're making history with Ready Player 2. Let's roll back to Ready Player 1 because you captured the imagination, I think, of just so many people from so many walks of life. And there was a movie that came out of that, which was also incredible. Does anything stand out for all of us that, fantasize about making movies and being in the movies and working with Spielberg? Does anything stand out from that experience for you?
Well, the whole experience stands out. This past year, I've kind of been living in my memories of it. I've been in quarantine for a big chunk of the year. I've spent a lot of time thinking about what a great year 2018 was and how it just exceeded all my expectations. Really what you imagine making a movie with Steven Spielberg is it's really like that. It's like a dream come true, and I got to see so many things that were in my book, brought to life, including the stacks, like this idea of stacked trailers that I built in my imagination ended up getting built for real. So that stands out to me. I remember driving towards Leavesden Studio in London and seeing the stacks on the skyline for real, and engineers had built this thing that I had just imagined.
When you have this in your imagination and then all of a sudden you see it in the movie in real life, how does that feel? Was it at the point of your imagination, beyond your imagination? Like, how do the two line up there?
Well, in my imagination, I don't drill down into all the minute details the way that they do when they make a movie. You have to dress the sets and imagine everything. So I could walk up into any one of these stacks of trailers and go into any trailer, and the whole trailer, looked like somebody lived there. And people were living there. For the few days that we were shooting in the stacks, it was filled with extras who were all, dressed like it was 2045. It was just incredible. It was really a surreal experience. It felt like a dream kind of the whole time I was there. So even looking back on it now, I have to remind myself that all really happened.
I know from last time we talked, you're a big Spielberg fan. And if we move out of science fiction into non-science fiction movies, he's got a huge collection there as well. Is there anything that pops out to you like an old favorite of yours?
Out of his non-science fiction films, I would say Jaws is probably my all-time.
That movie, I remember seeing it and being scared in the movie theater with my parents.
Yeah,
Uh,
everyone was. Yeah.
was there anything in that movie that you thought like stuck out to you? Favorite line? Anything from it?
You're gonna need a bigger boat is the
Yeah.
line that I always quote all the time. Whenever the tools at hand are not sufficient, that's the quote that I always draw upon.
Now that we're getting into Ready Player 2, in a way, you've kind of contributed a bit to the advancement of VR. And is there any way you can think about how you've seen this pan out in almost real life? For us, you know, in the midst of COVID, like I mentioned, we've seen the virtual birthday parties, people trying to connect, younger people trying to figure out how to, you know, work at a distance even. Have you seen any of this come true in your life?
Well, yeah, I mean, everything happens. You know, even the news.
Hey, and then riffing on Ready Player 2, so the number seven's kind of relevant, and of course we're not in spoiler zone here, but hey, is this random? Is there some significance to this?
Like the number three in Ready Player One. Three is a magic number. Number seven is a number that comes up a lot in pop culture and in video games. And kind of collecting seven pieces of something is something that would come up in Dungeons and Dragons modules, and also in like Sonic the Hedgehog had seven Chaos Emeralds that were red, yellow, blue, cyan, white, purple, and green. And once you collected all of them, that's what you had to do to I think defeat Dr. Eggman and win the challenge. But there are a lot of quests that involve the number seven, and some songs that involve the number seven. And so I